All right, welcome to the G Talk podcast. I have a special guest in the building. We go way back.
Way back.
What they say, like faux flats or I don't know, whatever it is. But 10 years ago.
Woo.
Sheesh. Are we
Long
really getting
time.
that age? Like, we're really getting to that point where, man, you remember about 15 years ago, man, we did this. And honestly, we're talking about this in the TSU stories, but it's sometimes people bring up stories and I legit don't remember.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, that did happen. Mm-hmm. But
It's been that long.
yeah, but I have Ashontae Jackson. I mean,
Whoa.
Lemon in
Pause.
the building. I got Ashontae Lemon in the building. That's something I'm getting used to as well, because some of my homegirls getting married now, and my name is still, or like the name in my phone is still like their maiden name. So, got Ashontae in the building. How you doing?
I'm well. What about yourself?
Pretty good. Have you ever thought about hyphenating your name?
No.
Or turning your middle name to your last name to your middle name?
No.
Okay. I know them old school black ladies, boy, they be, my name is Teresa Smith Jones. I'm like, damn, you are important.
Yeah, I get it, but it's a no for me. Fully taking on the last name.
I get it. Since you're new to the pod, just give us a little background, where you from, I guess what you did at TSU, and then just what you do today.
All right. Ashontae Lemon, used to be Jackson. I'm from Gordonsville, Virginia. Very, very small town.
Where's that close to?
Richmond.
Okay. Like a suburb? Maybe. Oh, shit.
Just put it this way. We have a Chinese store, a food line, Dollar General. That's where I'm from. Everybody goes to one school. Got to drive 15, 20 minutes to get to the next school. That type of town.
I got
Very
you.
small.
Okay.
Came to TSU in 2010 on a track scholarship.
Okay. All right.
And now I am currently a third grade teacher. Have been a teacher for 7 years.
Okay. All right. You got a little experience on your belt now. In third grade, what age group is that? What age range?
8, 9.
Okay. So yeah, that was my favorite age group with the camp, the 8 to 10-year-olds. You
No,
still
they're
catch them early.
Exactly. They're still very, they want to be independent, but they depend on the teacher. They still need you a little bit. So it's one of my favorite grades to teach. Won't go any higher, won't go any lower.
Yeah. Okay. What school you at?
Easton Prep.
Okay. Cool. Way on the east. Okay. So let's jump right into it real quick. Newsweek gonna be kind of light, but in recent news, well, first of all, Happy New Year. It's the first part of the new year.
Woo woo. First spot.
Hey, starting off right. Also, J5 is coming. So by the time you hear this, the national holiday has already passed. But, just know J5 is on the way. I'll actually be in New Orleans Friday. It's
Friday?
our National Founders Day. Because every year, I think it's every other year, it's in a different city. So excited about that. And it's on a Friday, too. So be there Friday, Saturday, and then I'll come back early Sunday. So
Okay.
quick
Have
little
fun.
getaway.
It's going to be fun.
New Orleans is one of my favorite cities.
Same.
Yeah.
Love the food.
That's actually where I took my first birthday trip, because men, we don't really take birthday trips till later. But yeah, that was my first birthday trip. That was in 2021.
Oh, a couple years ago. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I took my first birthday trip at age 28. But here I am, 30, and I'm planning on doing something this year.
As you should.
For the 31st.
As you should.
Because, man, we just gotta, we be carrying so much. We do. And,
We do.
And although today we understand more of one another, it's still just a division, And I don't really like these gender wars, because I'm just like, yo, like, it's not helping nothing. Like, literally no good is coming from it.
Listen, I can talk about that all day.
Yeah.
Just even within a marriage, definitely can talk about that.
Yeah. And I'm glad you're here, because you can speak it to it from a actual different perspective versus just speculation. If I had a husband, or I'm like, okay. I used to work in banking, and I'm like, oh, this shit is cap, because it's just literally there's no same situation.
It's no same situation at all.
Especially today. Now, maybe back in the day when, 1950s, 60s,
Maybe.
okay, yeah. Maybe you saw something similar, but now today is just different. I mean, it's a new world.
New world. And I think especially with social media now, ooh, that's a whole nother ball game right there. That's a whole nother ball game.
I just couldn't imagine having social media as a young person today.
Yeah. No. I was just actually talking to my in-laws about social media. Like, we were really in college with no FaceTime. Didn't see our parents for months. Kids now can just pick up a phone and see them. Like, how do we survive that?
But it made us just better all around. We used to know how to look up stuff in the thesaurus, dictionary.
Reading a map online, MapQuest. That's how I got home. 9 hours driving, MapQuest.
The Dewey Decimal System. And it's funny because as a kid, I thought adults just knew where to go. You tell them, oh yeah, I live off 123 Jump Street. Okay, yeah. You go in there, you hang a right. You keep. I'm just thinking, how did they know this? But this is just them from they just knew the terrain. But I've been in Nashville since 2011, so it's been 13 years now. But now I'm to the point where I'm like, all right, I know how to get around, like without GPS for the most part.
I still use GPS.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that town you're on?
North Nashville.
Okay. So, not too far.
Very close to TSU, but I still use my GPS everywhere.
Well,
It's pretty sad.
40 go east-west.
It's pretty sad.
But it's funny because 24 goes east and west too. But Tennessee's weird because it's long. So, when I go home to Atlanta, it's 24 east that kind of goes downward toward Chat. Then you get on 75. But anywho, but yeah, Newsweek real quick. Harvard former presidents, Dr. Claudine Gay has resigned. It was amidst, anti-Semitism, and also accusations of plagiarism. Now, this is Harvard's first African-American president. And, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but something about this seems racist.
There's no scenes. I think they want to make this as an example. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things where things have been the same for so long, and then when things are changing, they're like, "Oh nah, like
we can't do this. We got to go back.
Wait a minute,
fix it."
Like, hold on, we was cool where y'all was at,
Yeah.
But y'all trying to take over? Oh nah,
Yeah.
because the thing about it is not about money. I mean, it is, but so. What I mean by it's not about money is that money can't change these problems, because you can have a lot of money and you still, they be like, fuck you.
The color of that skin.
So, it's about the power dynamic. And, I don't think we're not going to hear the last of this.
Oh, I'm very interested to see exactly like how this plays out. Very interested to see.
And I'm pretty sure once she leaves, because I listen to a morning news podcast, a little quick 13-minute pod, but she's still a tenured faculty member there. So I wonder how that's going to be. She might just get the hell up out of there altogether.
Probably so.
Because I'm sure, she's tenured, so I'm sure she got a pension, whatever, but I'm sure she's going to not go down quietly. Because I wouldn't.
I was about to say, I wouldn't either. Not at all.
Because honestly, just the days of, just put your head down and work, nah.
That's over with.
I get our ancestors had to do that, but nah.
Over
not no more.
with.
Not no more.
Over.
Also, what else happened in the news? It's crazy because I get so many news headlines. Oh, it's been like several like bomb threats at capitals across the United States, but they found no evidence.
So I think maybe 3-4 weeks ago on the news, it said that the U.S. right now is at its most vulnerable state of attacks. Being that the wars are going on with Israel, and it's scary because you don't know. Like, it literally can happen anywhere at any point. So I strongly encourage a lot of people, like, pay attention to these things. Like,
Yeah.
it can go down at any point.
And and now it's just because people mad at Biden. I'm like, yo, what do you expect this man to do? Like, and I'm not even capable for him, but it's like, what do you expect?
Are you agreeing with the amount of money that he is dishing out?
So that is problematic. Mm-hmm. However, on my last pod, they did send their last aid to Ukraine.
Okay.
Well, I'm just like, all right, well, dang. But, all of a sudden, student loans just, oh, no, we can't do that. It's too much.
I don't know if you recently seen where his son spent 800 and how much was it? 870 something on strippers.
Uh-huh.
The club.
Hey, Hunter was
Where's
going
the money
crazy.
coming from? But we can't get student loans forgiven. What's going on?
I mean, because then it's like the alternative. People are like, well, we about to go back to Trump. I'm like, this man got hella shit going on too, and something's gonna stick.
Yeah.
Like that. They throwing everything and the kitchen sink at him. Mm-hmm. So, but I do feel like the Democrats should have like prepped someone else. Because Biden is like 81, I want to say. And it's funny because in my line of work, I help people retire.
Yeah.
These
He
motherfuckers
needs to go on and retire. He may need to call you.
These motherfuckers, and I never understood with presidents, like, yo, you're in your 70s and you want to take on the most stressful job of your life?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Getting a little early kick on, getting on up out of here.
Man, we all seen Obama before and after.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's something that they need to, we need younger people in office. Like,
yeah, they should definitely do like an age limit because remember Mitch McConnell, he just froze, had like a mini stroke, and then of course a few days later, they was like, oh yeah, he's fine. The medical doctor cleared him,
and then he comes back in.
Well, like it's not funny, but it's just funny that actually like happened twice. And the first time, they just let him sit there, and it was like, hey,
nobody moved. They were just like,
and it was like, and then the lady was like, hey, you feeling all right? He was like, ah. It was funny because they asked him about re-election. He was like, ah. I guess they really tripped him up. He's just like, well, maybe this is a sign. But oh man, but yeah, that's. I mean, come on, like, but if you think about America in a nutshell, that's what America is. Mm-hmm. It's ran by old people.
It is. There needs to be a change,
and these folks won't give it up. From fraternities, government. I'm like, yo, why are you still in office?
Yeah.
When I went to National Alumni after I graduated from TSU, it was like I graduated fall 2015. So yeah, when I joined spring of 2016, I joined National Alumni. Dean Cade is in leadership. I'm like, Dean Cade, what do we like? Dean Cade pledged at South Carolina State in 1972. He's been the advisor for 15 plus years. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, there ain't no, but that's just how it is with most things, these neighborhood associations, and it's just ran by the older folks because why? People. They got the resources, the influence, the power, and the money. Mm-hmm.
It's all a money game.
And of course, when it comes to like ruling or, people voting in favor, they're going to, especially when it comes to like stuff in the community, they're going to be on the side of the homeowners.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
The tax-paying citizens. I mean, hell, I pay taxes too, but you know, it's just different, and it just sucks for us because
the middle class. There's like, is there really a middle class right now?
nah, it's either you got or you don't.
Exactly. There's no in between whatsoever.
'Cause now I call it like a high income, but like not rich yet. Mm-hmm. Because you got a lot of people who make good money.
Yeah.
It's crazy. How are we making most money today, but still just...
Why are we not further along? Like, what's going on?
I remember back in the day, especially like when you just graduated.
Man.
Well, if you made like 50, oh shit, nigga, you balling. But inflation and stuff hit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just going through these times as an adult.
It's
sucks.
crazy. It's really crazy.
Remember summer of 2022 when shit really like spiked and gas was like $5? It took $75 to fill up my Honda.
75 for what?
A Honda Accord.
Ooh, yeah.
Imagine if you had a Benz.
It's insane. That's crazy.
Groceries was through the roof. Eggs was $6. We was like, what the hell is going on? We was like,
I always go back to how I made $20 stretch in 2010. How? For a whole month.
I actually look back at TSU. I'm like, how the hell did I even make it through?
$20 stretch. How?
Hey, with $20
in the club every Friday, every Saturday.
Hey, that's
had
all you
something
needed.
to drink.
That's all you needed. A line like $20. Really, just 10, because people gonna pass you a drink. Because like everybody,
Hey, you want a blue motherfucker? Of course.
All right, cool. Shit, I get 3 for $8. Like, but time was so simpler then, and sometimes I get sad, like looking at old pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like, damn,
living our lives,
man. Especially body was snatched. Nigga was still in the band, in shape as hell. That shit was crazy, but you know, here we are, 2024.
2024.
It's crazy. How'd you spend your New Year's?
New Year with the kids, with my in-loves.
Okay.
Praying into the new year, manifesting some things. Just really family time.
Are you big on the goals for the year?
Not big, but I do have things that I know I'm going to get done and accomplished in 2024.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a believer in just self-improvement year over year, whether it's big or small.
Yeah.
To take the pressure off, because it can be a lot of pressure you want
It's
yourself.
a lot of pressure. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta do this. It's like, no, just I can honestly say every year when I look back, I'm like, all right.
I did okay.
I'm like, last year I was doing this, but I'm better now.
Yeah.
Just knowing more, constant elevation.
Right.
Especially now I might be playing golf and stuff, so it's just like I'm that guy to where if I go out of town, I'm like, where's the nearest golf course? Like, because that's just how I am now. But I've accepted that. Like, I'm cool. Like the turn up days,
it's not there.
So I went to Top Golf for New Year's. It was like some R&B party.
Mm-hmm. Disappointing. What's going on?
So my friend invited me, sent me the Eventbrite. Oh, okay, cool. Think it's gonna be like a intimate thing, maybe 5-6 people or whatever. And then they had like a golf bay where you hit golf balls, whatever. And kind of found out it was like a lot more people, but also too. First we got there like at 9-ish, I want to say. Yeah, about 9-ish. So at Top Golf, it's a venue called the Cowan. Mm-hmm. Have you been there before?
No.
So it's like an event space, like where they hold concerts.
Oh, like at the bottom part of it.
Yeah, so it's that little bottom right building. So walking there, cool. They got R&B playing. Okay, cool. Frat bros at the door. He gave VIP wristband. I'm like, all right, but I didn't really know what it got me. But apparently we could go upstairs, but it was some seating up there. But other than that, it was just nothing really spectacular.
Okay.
So go to the golf bay because my friend who invited me, I was like, yo, where you at? And then she was like 320 whatever. So I'm thinking, That's like separate in third floor. And mind you, it was cold.
Right.
New Year's, so it was out there, but it was just kind of like cold, and I don't know. And finally, we get back around 11:30ish. We come back, it's like limelight in that motherfucker.
Really?
Yes.
Top Gun?
And the Calvin, like, it was jumping.
Really?
What's his name was on the stage? JG.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, so it was turned.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's a thing called evolution and growth. And sometimes, like, that party life was cool, especially like the promoter and being on stage. Just, oh, turn it up. You ain't got no motherfucking kid. Like, you know how they always do that shit. But, like, I just feel like, yo, niggas still doing that?
Yeah.
Like, you'll think you'll be like a new generation.
Cycle, new wave.
But I'm just like, damn, niggas still doing that. But it was advertised as an R&B party. So I'm just thinking the reason why I went, because I'm okay, it's going to be nice and chill.
Little nice vibe.
And got in there.
Playing Sexy Red.
And then, I don't fuck with these niggas because they shady. So, and then the dress code was dressed in press. So I had on like, you know, dress pants, button-down shirt, little top coat. Some folks had on dresses and stuff. Like, it was like, you know, but the rest of them folks.
Limelight.
Limelight, for sure. So I'm thinking like, oh, we done got hoodwinked.
Gotcha.
Led astray, run amok. And then where we were standing at, because it got super packed. So when we got in, we were standing at, apparently it was close to the walkway, so we kept getting bumped. I'm just like, yo, I'm over this shit.
You killed the vibe, yeah.
And I was slick already tired around 10 o'clock. I'm just like, I'm about to go. I left at 12:15.
12:15.
Out. And some people were smoking in there too. I'm like, come on.
I think that's one of the biggest problems for the Nashville scene as well. It get ghetto too quick. We don't want that no more.
And then
something just chill vibe.
And then they weed stunk. Like it didn't even smell good. It was just like, ugh. Like, nigga, what you smoking? So they got the hell up out of there. So it was anticlimactic. Just wasn't what I expected. I was over it. I had a couple. They had a little champagne going around, so I just had like a cup of that, and
it was out.
Sped home. But
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I only go out too now if it's like a special occasion.
Same.
Did you ever go to the supper club yet?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Give it to me. Be honest.
Okay. Because I don't like tearing down black businesses at all. We went as a date night and got there, got seated. The waiter came out immediately, took our orders, we got our drinks, and then we waited. And we waited. And we waited.
Oh, shit.
And we waited.
Damn.
For food that had been canceled. So it was 2 hours. We had no food.
Are you serious?
And we found out that a different table had canceled close to us, but they ended up canceling our table's food. So we sat there for 2 hours, no food. And the waiter kept giving us, it's coming out, it's coming out, it's coming right out. So by that time, check please for the stuff we had already gotten. And shout out to, I think his name was Rio. I could be wrong. He did come out and apologize. He said he wished they would have came to him first. He would have done this, that, and the fourth. We did leave with a lot of food for free.
Okay.
But it was just unacceptable.
That was my follow. I'm like, how did they rectify the situation? But okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, we left with food that we were able to take home to eat, but it was probably won't go back. Unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry you had to go through that.
Because the lamb chops were phenomenal. The steak melted in the mouth.
Okay. Yeah, I went only once, and it was for happy hour. Sat at a bar, had the little bar bites, cool. and I was with two of my friends, but after a while, once it closed out, I think I had like maybe 3 drinks, and then ordered several apps, or whatever. And yeah, the bill was like 200 something. So split, it was about 90 a piece.
Oh,
I'm like, damn. You said this
what
happy
did
hour?
we get?
I was like, well, shit.
What did we get?
I'm like, all right, but cool ambiance.
Yeah.
It's right by the old cabana.
Yeah, it's a beautiful establishment. Very beautiful.
Not really fan of them tables though.
Yeah.
It's giving like wedding venue.
Cocktail hour.
Let's break this down real quick. but yeah, I mean, I've heard mixed reviews overall. I'm actually curious though, or I was just wondering, like, especially like the timing. Although because it opened during like the winter.
Yeah.
And normally people be outside in the warmer months, but I wonder how it's gonna look. Summertime, spring, summertime. Yeah. I'll be curious to see how.
I mean, maybe it's a newer establishment, so yep. I mean, I give grace.
Yeah, still working out the kinks.
Give grace, still working out the kinks, but that should never.
Yeah, like
ever.
Because with your situation, I mean, it wasn't uncomplicated.
Yeah,
it was just.
Especially when we're constantly asking, like, "Hey, how long is food? How long is food?" And we're getting, "Oh, it's about to come. It's about to come."
Yeah.
His name was Gio. Yeah, he took care of us.
Dang, he should have like at least like went by like, "Yo, what's up with?"
Yeah.
Because then maybe they go like, "Oh, wait, we don't have no food for that table." And like, oh shit, But okay, well, I'm sorry it happened to you, but
it's all good. Water over duck's back.
I mean, I'm just glad y'all walked away with some food.
Yeah, we walked away with some food, so that's all that matters.
Because I would have been hot if I would have waited 2 hours and would have went home and my stomach growled. Hot.
Yeah. We did good though.
Okay.
We could have acted a whole lot differently, but we did good.
And, that's what I do today.
Growth.
I get a little stern. I'm like, so, like, I just waited 2 hours. What are you gonna do for me?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to accept no bullshit.
Yeah.
But you catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Absolutely.
So something gotta be nice nasty.
And I'm all for nice nasty.
Yeah, you say something, you smile.
Yep. All for it.
All right, so let's look into the meat and potatoes. All right. So tell me how that transition has been, because when I met you, you had a different last name. You ain't had no kids.
Ooh, ghetto.
But now it's just
ghetto.
You went from single, no kids, to married with the Brady Bunch.
Ghetto.
Tell me about that. How's that been?
It's been a transition.
No. How long you been married?
Been married for 5 years.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, 5 years. Be 6 years this year.
Okay. All right.
6 years this year.
Right. Congrats.
Man, it's been a transition because we went from 1 kid to now 3 kids. And that was a lot.
Do twins run in your family?
Okay, I do have twins, but it's like down the line.
Mm-hmm.
He has multiple twins on his side of the family,
okay.
though. I don't know why it never clicked. Like, hey, we might be a possibility.
Because I hear it skips generations, but
yep, it skipped several, and we got hit.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So I guess let's just go to the marriage part, right?
Okay.
So tell me about that. Like, you got married. Was you 31 now?
31.
So 25? You got married? Man, you was a young bride. Looking back, shit. Damn, 25.
26.
Okay.
Married 26. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me about that. Like, just even getting ready for marriage.
Getting ready for marriage.
A lot of times people say yes. It's like, all right, what does that really mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when he proposed, you said yes. What was going through your mind?
I really wanted to enjoy the moment. I know a lot of people become like bridezillas, want to get this, that. I mean, I'm a teacher, so I kind of had my wedding planned in 3 months. It's kind of already done. I knew exactly what I wanted. So that was the easy part. That was easy. The deeper part that people don't really talk about is like, what does marriage actually mean? It's more than saying I do. It's more than just living with a person. It's okay. 4 years ago, we was young, living our lives, doing whatever we wanted to do. 4 years later, this is a new person. I got to fall in love with this person too. People don't talk about how people evolve, how people change, and how you got to re-fall in love with that new person that has evolved and changed. It's a lot of dying to yourself, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of self-will. It's a lot. Something that I've learned through the 5 years, it's the will to continue to love this person, the will to continue to work things out, the will to continue to wake up the next day and say, I want to keep doing this. Okay. The will to stay committed.
Yeah.
It's a lot of temptation out there, and let's just be honest about it. It's a lot out there.
Yeah, and look, I'll be transparent with you, like, especially with our peers. I'll be honest. Y'all ain't been the greatest example sometimes. I'm like, wait. Get married means this? I'm like,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I've seen some great couples, but unfortunately, I've seen more bad than good. Because marriage ain't easy from what I've seen, whether it's through people I know closely, through my professional experience. Because that should be awkward when I'm doing some insurance. Yeah, who do you want to be the beneficiary? Your husband? She's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. Who do you want to be? Yeah. But, that's like it's just so many dynamics of it. Because, I mean, yeah, love is one aspect, but, it's a business.
It's definitely a business.
But yeah, like it's something that I want to do one day. I do want to get married one day.
As you should.
I don't want to. Hell, I need someone to take care of me when I get old. And I hope I have a daughter. She ain't gonna let me go to the nursing home. She gonna take care of daddy. But yeah, it is something that I strive to do. But all right. So married, first year. Tell me about that. Was it like the honeymoon stage? Like, how was the first year?
First year was definitely the honeymoon stage. Like I said, we were having fun. We were going out whenever we wanted to go out. Just having fun as best friends as we first met back in 2014, 15 maybe. It's been a little minute. But yeah, we were having fun. I'm gonna just keep it at that, having a lot of fun. Our first year married. It was just, I was married to my best friend.
Okay.
Then, I mean, of course, we didn't have any kids, which was great. I think a lot of people get married and like try to rush to have kids, but it's like, absolutely not. That's a red flag right there. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because you want to get to know that person even better and really connect better just by yourself. Because once a kid come into play.
Because even though I'm single, no kids, like, if I'm involved with a woman, I do pay attention to things like, oh, okay, she's pretty compassionate. She's pretty caring, understanding, patient. But sometimes if it's like the opposite, I'm like, oh, she might be a bad mom.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, this probably won't work. And yeah, like it's certain, like for me today, I look at qualities. Qualities are way more important now.
Okay.
Versus just looks, because looks fade. But you got to be decent looking, but that's not the forefront.
Right.
It's like, yo, especially now working in finance, I'm like, what's your credit score? Like,
how much money you got saved?
I mean, hello. I mean, what's yours is mine. What's mine is yours.
Right.
Like, because nothing's guaranteed. So if I take a hit, can you hold down the fort?
Right.
Like, I ain't saying I'm gonna always be down, but it's like, worst case.
That's very important.
Can we manage? And you not shame me.
Yep. That's very important.
People get injured. They get sick. I've seen a lot of situations where people just kind of ride this, everything's perfect. And then when the slightest thing happens, it's just, everything crumbles.
Yep.
So, when did y'all initially have kids? Like, how many years into the marriage?
Married in 2018. Trey 2020. 2020.
Okay. All right. So what's that? Well, was that like a year and some change or 2 years?
A year and some change.
Okay.
Because he came March 2nd. Tornado.
Damn.
Tornado, baby. And a week later, COVID hit.
You know what's crazy? I literally slept through that tornado.
Did you really?
Because there was no warnings.
Oh.
Until like the very last minute they issue warnings. But I went to a Predators game that night and everything.
Fine.
Got back home like at 10. Went to sleep. I wake up to text message. Yo, you good? I'm like, yo, why? What's up?
Blessing.
I'm like, yo, a tornado hits Nashville. I'm like, oh shit. Yikes.
Yeah. I had the baby and got kicked out of the room. We had gone hallway.
Damn, for real?
Fresh, yep. My medicine had just worn off, so still feeling all loose and prickly and weird. And I had to get up, walk to the hallway.
Damn.
It was a mess.
Damn, that's crazy. Man, that's a hell of a story.
It was a mess.
Sheesh.
But we're still here.
Yeah, I remember.
That's all that matters.
Because I've been doing this pod since 2019, so I got episodes from when the pandemic first started.
Oh,
so
yeah?
It's just fun to listen back to this stuff because it was crazy.
That was crazy.
It's like, yo, what's going on?
That was crazy.
And I was one of the people playing it cool. I'm like, whatever. And we was like, oh, it's going to be over in April. No. Man, I was at the grocery store. There wasn't nothing there. I'm like, oh, okay, these motherfuckers really panicking. I was like, all right. I'm like, oh, shit. Everyone had a cousin at the CDC. Martial law was coming. And I was still at the bank at the time, so my job wasn't remote. So we just locked the doors.
Really?
Yeah. So we went in, got hazard pay. We were literally getting paid more to do less.
Really?
And it's so funny because that's when I realized that nothing is really real. All the rules. We literally said, oh, yeah, all this, that, don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, people do that. Yeah. Normally, this is the policy, but everything is just, I'm like, damn, I said, nothing's real. If we could just dismiss it overnight. But those were some wild times.
That was wild.
And then the fact that the tornado hit then COVID, like that was just.
Like back to back things?
Like that shit was.
Insane. Mind blowing, actually, when you think about it.
That's like one of them Netflix movies. Like, oh, it all began with a tornado.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened. But yeah, that shit crazy. So I had Trey 2020. When did the twins come?
Twins came 2022. 2022.
All right. Is it two boys or two?
Two boys.
All right, so you got all boys.
All boys. Boy mom.
There you go.
Gray hair. Full head. Half.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, man, it's just so crazy now because times are just different. We can't just hit up people like, yo, what you doing?
I don't think a lot of people realize that. Me and my husband are both, he's from Florida, I'm from Virginia. And I don't think some people realize, like, hey, we just can't come. We have no family here. It's just us and 3 kids, 3 under 3. So we can't just drop things and come. I mean, I had that conversation with several of my friends before.
Yeah.
I can't just get up and go anymore. That's not my life. I got 3 little ones to... Who's going to watch them? Who's going to put them in bed? Who's going to get them food? Somebody's always depending on mommy when they wake up in the morning. So that's been a transition as well.
Yeah.
It's no more just me, worried about me.
So when do you find the time for you?
Monthly, me and my girls get together monthly.
Okay.
Which is a nice time to just step away and enjoy life with friends and have fun, talk with the girls, hang out. My husband does a good job. We kind of tag team. Majority of times I'm the one that's going out because he really don't get out.
Okay.
I'd be like, go golf, go do this, go do that. He's a homebody, so I use that to my advantage, I guess, to get out when I can. Yeah,
it's definitely hell, it's crazy because even people without kids, it'd be hard to see them. I saw like a tweet. It was like adult friendships be like, it'd be
What you doing on
January.
this day?
All right, what you doing June 30th at 2:00? And it was like January.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
That's how our friend group is. We all send calendars of days marked off, and then we pick a date that match for everybody. Mm-hmm. That's what life has become.
Yeah. If you could do it differently, would you?
Do what differently?
Just how your life is now. Now that you're older, have hindsight. Like, I guess maybe wait a little later, or I don't know. Just. I mean, it's kind of hard to say now because it is what it is. But yeah. It's just like, if you could do it differently, would you?
I mean, of course, we weren't trying for twins. I don't even know how I got pregnant. We weren't even trying for kids. The crazy thing is, I found out the day that we bought our house. And that was like, damn, we just grew out of this house already. This was supposed to be our starter home. Only 3 bedrooms. I mean, that still was enough. I mean, it still is enough, but I'm like, damn, we done already outgrew this house. And then I got to thinking, because a lot of people don't know that daycare is a mortgage, really more than a mortgage. I'm like, damn, we already got 1 in school. Now we got 2 more. Ooh, that was a lot. So it was a lot of back and forth. Like, do I stay home? It was just a lot because I didn't want to put all of that weight on Rob. That's a lot.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, because once again, I've been in close proximity to people with children, and there's one guy I know. It's funny because like he was so serious, but he was like, "Man, I already got her like I think she like 9 or 10," and he was like, "Man, my wife was like, I just want 1 more. I just feel like God is telling me," and he was like, "No, we already got 1."
And you said they were 9 or 10.
Yes.
Once some kids start sleeping through the night, it's over with. It ain't no more coming. No.
So he was so, he gave in.
Yeah.
And he's just like, bruh. He said, yo, your little shopping sprees you be getting? that ain't finna happen no more. But like, I know someone, she has a newborn. Mm-hmm. And she got like 11 and 12-year-old.
Oh man, she started over.
She's like 40.
Oh.
Matter of fact, when I saw her like on LinkedIn, I'm like,
not LinkedIn.
Like, is she pregnant?
Oh my goodness.
And then I had lunch with her like last month, and I was like, so how'd this happen? And she was like, my doctor said it wasn't gonna happen, but it happened. I was just like, damn. So I imagine if you had an 18-year-old
and you start all over again. Oh my goodness, that's depression right there. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine.
So I know you got 3, but are you done? You done?
Oh, I'm done.
Okay.
Y'all cancel all that. No.
Go ahead.
And I'm closed up, burnt, tubes cut, burnt, all of that.
Yep.
No more.
Yeah. I feel like men should get vasectomies more too.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it's not just on the woman.
It's reversible. So if later on, hey, I want to have kids again, absolutely.
Yeah. But, yeah. But, once again, like, hell, even with this pod, it took about a year in the making just to get this to happen.
Yep.
But
busy life.
Yeah. That's just how it is, though. Mm-hmm. So I understand. And, even with me, sometimes I'm like, damn, I like my lifestyle. Yeah. So sometimes it's a battle, an internal battle of like, damn, do I want to get this shit up? Mm-hmm. Because, if I do, well, when I get married, especially now, because there's still a lot of women who ain't got no kids. But if I get older, like my mid-30s, and I'm still married, then I'll recalibrate what I'm looking for. But
right now, it's a woman with no kids.
Yeah, that's my preference.
Yeah,
because I don't come with nothing.
You don't want no baggage. I get it.
You know?
I get it.
And especially still being young. Mm-hmm. Now, like I said, if I was like 40 something, all right, yeah, come on. Bring them on in. Daddy, take care.
A nice little blended family.
Yeah, just come on. But, you know, while I still got time to make things happen, I want to create my own little family. Y'all got the same face.
That's good. You know? I think it's different for men, though. Like, women, I don't know. I'm going to speak for myself. I just felt like, I told myself if I ain't had no kids by 33, I was done. I wasn't. It's like nothing coming after that. I don't know why.
Man, at 33? That. That's young.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've always had a lot of females that I talk to always say like they want to have kids by 35. Because body, it's hard to carry a kid. It's really hard. The twins was probably I'm not gonna say the worst pregnancy I've had, but it was pretty rough on the body. And the older you get, things not able to bounce back the way it's supposed to. But I don't know why women put such, I'm not going to say women, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't know why I put such pressure on myself to have kids by a specific age.
Yeah, because, I mean, hell, think about undergrad.
Yeah.
When, oh yeah, man, by the time I'm about 24, I'll probably maybe have a couple kids. I'm like, but shit, 24 come, you like, nigga, what?
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm still figuring this shit out.
I can say no. I had fun, 24, 23. Like, after college was a slap in the face. Slap in the face. Because it was like, damn, I'm not running track no more. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Slept on the floor for 2 months. Me and some other colleagues slept on the floor for 2 months.
Listen.
Had jobs.
Look, folks either worked the Enterprise, the hotel.
Listen, it was a slap in the face for me. But it was a learning experience. Like, after that, I don't know, something just kind of sparked and was like, no, you got to hustle. You got to do something to get yourself on your feet.
Yeah, no, like,
it was a big change for me.
And unfortunately, at TSU, great time.
Wonderful times.
Matter of fact, I guess this transition to TSU days. Yeah, great time, but just the after effects, it didn't really yield positive results like that for like a lot of our peers. Like, I get cool, once you graduate, you work a couple odd jobs. But then, when you get to a certain, like, maybe mid to latter 20s, all right, you start getting something, like, serious. But if you're still doing the same thing or you valeting cars, I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, no,
I'm not
like,
knocking it, because you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, early on.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about years later, I'm like, and if I still see someone in my era, it's kind of like, I'm thinking like, damn, like, what you doing?
What you doing here? Yeah.
Because at some point we gotta, because the thing with, life is the early 20s, entry level jobs. 30s, you might get into mid management. 40s, that's when you really start making some money. 50, typically your peak earning years. And then 60s when you
starting to fall on back a little bit from it.
And then retirement. But we got to start somewhere, because if you're not already making, certain money at a certain age, then you're going to be behind. And you don't want to top out at a low level. So that's why, even working at the bank, I worked there 6 years.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot.
Yeah. I can imagine.
And I'm glad I did that, because it made me grow up. A lot of people call me grandpa, but I'm not grandpa. I'm just responsible, and I just see how things go.
You got more knowledge.
So when, a lot of our peers just think, oh, it's all, bells and whistles and sunshine. I'm like, nah, like, you gotta make sure you do this. Like, you can still have fun, but you gotta have some foundational stuff in place to be a real adult.
And that comes from lack of knowledge. When you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that knowledge to do better. So we need people like you to educate us.
Hey, look, I try, and shout out those who listen, because most people who listen, they in a better place.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, like, I'm not pulling this out of my ass.
Yeah.
I'm literally telling you from what I've seen. And a lot of times the same situation happens a lot. So I'm like, yo, I've seen this before. This is what you want to do.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, those who do it, they do it. Because I won't ever tell anyone to do something that's not suitable,
right,
or that's going to put them in a bind. It's like, and I'll give them both ends of like, yo, this is the positive side of it. And if you bullshit, then this is what happened. So just got to get on it early, because time is an asset as well. And sometimes we ain't got time to waste.
No.
We ain't got time to waste.
Everybody's time is very limited.
Because the other people, they already got a head start. Mm-hmm. They already getting their stuff established in their early 20s. Matter of fact, today, or even just, I just think that 30 is kind of like the new 20 in a way.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? It's like, I look around at like a lot of my peers, and yeah, like a lot of them they're not really like fully adulting, independent adulting. Because with me, it's all on me. Like, I know everything, how much stuff costs.
Yeah.
Set up myself. Car registration is mine. I go there. Shit, I pay the shit. I'm compliant. Car insurance, like everything, right? But I'm not faulting people for having like parental support, because hell, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it can be used as a crutch sometimes. And then the question is like, yo, how long are you gonna do this? Because you like in your mid 30s now, and if you still don't know how to get your vehicle registration, like it's kind of problematic.
Yeah.
Because daddy ain't gonna always be there, mama ain't gonna always be there. So I just feel like we just all gotta be independent adults at some point. And it's not a bad thing. It's just, you're just a functioning adult in society. It's okay.
The earlier you learn it, I'm gonna say the better it is on you. Like the easier, I'm not gonna say the easier life, but the easier it'll be on you. Because learning things later, it's a hindrance. It's a hindrance.
Yeah.
It hurts big time.
Because even with, if we go on trips or something like that, like luckily, especially when I had roommates, I listened to advice of mentors like, yo, get your credit together. Because you got minimal expenses. Make sure so I did that, and now, thank goodness I did that, because I can now do things or have things already in place.
Yeah.
Compared to trying to do it now.
Push you in a better position for life.
It does. And even just going on trips, like, especially when you're in a group, we went to Miami like in 2021. I got this Bank of America like premium credit card. Had like a little spending limit, spend X amount, and you get like 50,000 points or whatever. So with Miami, they don't split checks down there. I'm like, all right, just all y'all cash out, whatever. Did that every time. Racked up. And I did that because, well, one, on a trip, you should bring a credit card. Like, you just should.
Absolutely. I agree.
In case something gets hacked or whatever. Like, you don't want that to be your only method of. But it's easier to work from zero to, like, whatever. And then it's like, all right, pay it off. Versus you work from this to zero. You don't want to cut it close. So,
what's my limit again?
but it was like funny too, because it was some people on the trip that were a little younger who like didn't really, I guess, understand. But they're like, damn, how could he do this shit? I'm like, I got a $15,000 limit. Like, come on, run this shit. So it's just, I always say folks need a credit card with like a grown folks limit, like 10 plus, because then that's how you plan trips. Instead of waiting on people, all right, booked it, y'all just pay me.
I actually don't like that method.
It depends on who you go with.
Nah. Yeah.
I agree.
I don't like that method, because you ain't ever going to get your money back. And I don't play about my money now. Yeah, I've learned I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that does happen. But with my cousins in particular, like a certain group of cousins, like cause like we all got good credit, and it's like we understand what it means to hold
Yeah.
something. We plan it pretty efficiently. Like as soon as they book, we'll send it
Well, good.
immediate. But speaking of TSU days, what was your favorite semester at TSU or school year rather?
I don't really have a favorite semester. I just really enjoyed the track team. That was like a family outside of my family in
Yep.
Virginia. And so we had a ball. We had a blast.
You
Not
know?
just on the track, but outside of the track. Our track sets were pretty lit. That's where a lot of memories were made at the track sets. But my most favorite moment.
I think I went to one of y'all track sets
meets.
before. Yeah.
Oh, track sets?
Yeah.
When?
One of them years in the apartments.
Oh yeah, goes down. But my favorite moment probably is when TSU like really showed up for us at one of our indoor championship meets. It was the last track meet, and I don't know where everybody came from, but it was a 4x4 last event of the day,
Okay.
and it was us against Austin P or either Jackson State, one or the other, or really it was TSU, Austin P, Jackson State. Jacksonville, and first leg popped it off. We was cool. We was in first place.
Okay.
I think maybe second leg. I can't remember what leg had kind of got us behind, but then I was anchor leg, and like TSU was lit. This was the littest I've seen TSU for a track meet. People was screaming, banging on the walls. And we end up, I brought it home. We won. And it was like
All right.
the best feeling because people really showed up for us that time.
Yeah.
It was great. I think about that often. TSU track team, like that's my life at TSU.
Yeah.
Those are the greatest times of my life.
Yeah. So I was an aristocrat, so we was lit. But like band was life though. Oh my god. But freshman year, because that was the same year that unfortunately the guy at FAMU passed away. He passed away at the end of my freshman year. So before that, it was like the Wild Wild West. I'm like, shit, these niggas is crazy. But it came from love though, because even though they messed with us, they was like, yo, y'all good. Like we felt accepted. But it was like true, like initiation. It was like we understand that we're coming to something established.
Not initiation.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll just leave it at that. But it was love. But my favorite school year, it was probably my junior year.
Junior year.
So fall 13, I did Collegiate 100. I was lit. Literally, the 100 week, like that followed. We had a set every night, like literally every day. Had the little black dress affair, whatever. Like that shit went down. The following semester, Alpha Theta. I was like, oh shit, here we go. So, matter of fact, it all started J5 when we got that phone call. But and then literally my birthday, my 21st birthday. We probated on April 12th. My birthday was April 9th. So it was like that
A
Wednesday.
party from.
So
fun.
I went to Limelight that following Friday. So you had people congratulating me from my birthday in Kappa. Let's just say that wasn't my first time in Limelight because I had to go again to remember. Because literally everyone buying me drinks and I woke up the next day.
Blacked out.
Woke up the next day. I had my little wife beater on. I had a girlfriend at the
Not
time.
the wife beater.
Well, dang, well, it's 2024. I had my A shirt on. Get canceled these days. But my girl was next to me. I look over, it's a bucket. The sun is up. I'm like,
What's going on?
What the fuck happened? I always equated to the episode of like SpongeBob where he want to go into that tough club. He finally walk in. Well, what happened? But that was such a lit time because it was like I'm finally doing it. Because pledging undergrad is like you're fortunate because so much can go wrong. If you went to TSU from 93 to 01, you weren't going to pledge Kappa.
Yeah.
Gone 10 years. Nothing you could do about it. But I was just glad that I really got that experience.
Yeah.
And by that time, too, being a junior in the band, I like knew the ropes. So it was like, nigga, you can't tell me shit. And
you felt like the man, huh?
I was the man. So then that following year, matter of fact, that was when you first met me, when I was literally fresh offline. And Doc knows she got mad at me because I was like, yo, I'm gonna go to AGP. I can't make it. She was like, really? So compromised, and I went to work there and left afterwards. She was like, I'm glad you did that.
I love Dr.
She was like, young man, you made me proud that day because I swear to God, boy, if you would have left, that would have been the last time we seen you. I was like, damn. But yeah, that was a lit school year. Then the following school year, my senior year, I was president of my chapter. But that shit was stressful.
I can imagine.
I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the most stressful times of my life because you thought the pledging part was hard. Like, nah. Like, when people on the yard, you trying to wrangle them together and you trying to be their leader.
It was a lot.
And open your eyes to just how people are. Like, some people are just loyal. It reminded me of this political shit today. They just follow people.
Yeah.
They just support them, and some people just want to dismantle you. I'm like, yo, I'm your line brother. Like, what are we doing? We're the same team. But that was fun because, yeah, that was when things got interesting. Had some fun. Had some fun. Yeah, homecoming that year, since it was my last semester, I literally lived it up.
As you should.
Normally that's the busy time for band because we got practice for homecoming. Oh, practice late every night. I ain't go to near practice. Buzzing. I went to the what's that thing? The whatever it is with all the kings and queens. The whatever it is that Monday or Tuesday homecoming, and pretty much I went to every event. And I went to the concert. That was when Future came to TSU.
That was lit.
So, so that was a good way to go out, and I can truly say I enjoyed my time at Tennessee State.
Man, that shaped.
Yeah,
that definitely shaped me as like who I am today.
And got my degree.
Yeah, woo, not many can say that now. Not many can say that.
Cause I'm like, look, what's that little Denzel Washington? Hey, I'm gonna leave him with something. I'm gonna leave him with something. Because, a lot of people went, but yeah, a lot of people didn't finish.
Did not finish.
So
I'm grateful to be in the number.
So I'm just glad that I was able to finish and had a good undergrad experience. And
same.
I do miss those days, and looking at just pictures and stuff, it seems so long ago.
And it's really not.
But GroupMe wasn't even invented yet. Your freshman year?
It wasn't. We didn't get GroupMe until what?
GroupMe came out literally at the end of my first semester freshman year, like in December. Because I kept getting text messages like, so-and-so sent a message in. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then Instagram became available.
We had Vine before that. Oh, I wish I could remember my stuff.
It's crazy how Vine didn't last, but...
It didn't last, but it's sort of similar to like the Instagram Reels now.
The same thing. They probably bought them, but yeah, Vine was funny.
Very funny.
Yeah, Instagram became available on all devices because back then I had an Android. So it became available in like spring of 12. So yeah, I'm just glad I went when I did because I just couldn't imagine going now, especially like post-COVID or post-COVID. I couldn't imagine TSU because it's probably Well, one, hell, like we mentioned before, it's not lit because they got these phones.
Cell phones. Mm-hmm.
Imagine if we had live action where we could just watch from our dorm room events. Like, nobody would ever
That takes
leave.
the fun out of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Takes the fun out of it.
Sure, we used to go to student center and look
And
at
hang out.
the
Just
wall.
chill. Yeah.
Okay, these flyers, all right. Folks would walk around passing out. I'm like, okay. But, you know, those times those some good times. But, you know, I'm just glad I got to experience it.
Same.
I'm glad I got pictures and videos from it. Yeah, just thankful. But yeah, now I guess it takes our last time before we wrap it up. But just now we live a pretty boring life now.
Yeah.
But boring's okay.
I wouldn't say boring. Routine.
Well, you know,
Routine works for me, especially with the 3 little ones. 3,
Yeah.
all under 3. Well,
Well,
3 and then 1-year-olds. Routine work. And if that's boring, I'm okay with it because that's how I function.
Well, you know, some of these women, if you ain't got nothing really going on, then you boring. They don't like the boring guy. I'm like, girl, the boring guy's someone you can marry.
Yeah.
Because it actually kills me when especially older women go for like the bad boy still, thinking, yo, you too old for that. Like literally too old for that.
Define the bad boy.
In the streets, maybe makes money outside of a W-2 or 1099.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I'm thinking that's not, you know, it's not going
sustainable. Yeah.
to last forever. It's 1 or 2 things probably going to happen. And then what? What you going to do? Hold them down? This ain't no TV show. But I just want people to want better for themselves. But, you know, even now, because technically I'm independent, so I don't have to be anywhere. But I go into the office every day. If I have to, sometimes I might have a golf meeting. But I get to make my own schedule. In my room, I have a little board. I always write my stuff out. So I'm pretty routine. And it gives you structure in life.
Definitely gives structure.
People need structure because people without structure, they're all over the place.
I thrive best with structure nowadays. Well, I'm not even gonna say nowadays because I feel like in college, 5:30 weights, 8 o'clock class, 3 o'clock practice.
Yep.
So it was still routine, and I mean, now that I'm an adult and I have kids, I don't know why, but like time, I have to be on time with things, and when I don't is when I get super stressed out.
Really?
If I'm not, if I'm not hitting time is very precious and important to me. And so I've talked to my friends about that. Like, if I'm making the time to come see you or come hang out with you, just respect my time. Be on time, people.
Hey, look.
That's a big thing.
Not for real. You said ETA 158. I'm like, oh, all right. Shit, cool. Normally, yeah, that'll be about 2:15, 2:30. I respect that. Because I'm typically on time, too. So I get mad when I'm on time and motherfuckers late.
Yeah.
And now here I am sitting, and I'm being penalized for being on time. It made no sense. So, it's just a lot of stuff that, you know, I'm glad that I understand and value now, because I think what happens or gets lost, especially amongst young people, is like common courtesy. We think just because we're young, everything's cool. Like if someone came over here and opened my fridge, I'm like, "What the fuck you doing?"
Yeah, you're not gonna ask.
But then
What's going on?
But then they think I'm me. I'm like, yo, just because we're young, that don't mean you can just do whatever.
Yeah.
And I think, whenever we was young, a lot of people didn't conceptualize that. But I'm like, yo, I work hard for this. This is my space. Even today, like even back at our old spot when I had roommates, I had a 0 smoking policy.
Yeah.
Like, and I was not moving on that. And not because my roommate smoked, but the guests. I'm like, yo, we go outside. Like, I don't care how you feel. Man, come on. No.
Just a common courtesy.
Go outside.
Appreciate things more now that it's your responsibility.
I'm just like, Look, man, like we cool, but you gotta respect
Yeah.
my spot.
Yeah.
And it's a growing lesson, but who do you keep up with from TSU? I know you mentioned Joy. Who else?
A lot of members from the track team.
Okay.
I keep in contact with a couple people.
Okay.
Like a lot of people. Not to say a lot, but a good amount of people, especially through social media.
Yeah, Twitter's still my favorite.
Absolutely my favorite. It's my go-to.
Like I love Twitter because it is like a community. It's like people talking in the same room, and it's like you want to jump in, jump in.
Me and my roommate, me and my roommate Ling Ling. I don't know if you remember her, or Bree, Ling Ling, one or the other.
I probably know.
We swore up and down we was not getting to Twitter. We was like, we are not getting to Twitter. And then we both, maybe a couple months later, end up getting to Twitter. And I love Twitter. Yeah. That's my spot.
Yeah, Twitter. Twitter is lit. I had to clean up my timeline because I would be in the rabbit holes. I'm like, yo, all right, this is not healthy. This is a waste of time.
Yeah, Twitter. Free porn. Okay.
I mean, basically
free 99.
But even that's like mind blowing because when I was a kid, I looked at porn via magazine, a freaking book. Now
you got access right
now
here.
These
in
folks
your hand.
is just like that shit is crazy.
Had to sneak and look at the magazine.
Man, had to sneak with the magazine. Then when dial-up came around, that shit took forever. You like, fuck. You be looking over your shoulder like, damn, hope no one pull up on me. The DVDs.
Yep.
But now it's just
everything just
the palm of your hand.
In your hand.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Like these kids don't understand the struggle.
They really don't. They really don't.
Cause I promise you, if I tell a 15-year-old, like, yo, I used to look at porn a magazine, he probably like, they used to have those. I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's the original format. But yeah, that shit was crazy. I typically stick with my band people. Greek people sometimes. Cause I always say as well, sometimes you get super cool people post grad.
Yeah.
Because it's like undergrad, we all had these personalities and we thought we was the shit. And when you finally meet people as an adult, you're like, damn, you're actually really cool.
Yeah.
Because even when I worked at the bank, I met people who I knew, but then once we really started talking, like, yo,
you're cool people.
Like, let's kick it. Like, kind of find out, I'm like, dang, how come we ain't meet at TSU? But that's the reason why. Because we weren't the same people. We were literally
not at all. Like in college, I feel like I was an asshole. I
real?
was an asshole.
Yeah,
but
actually,
I've grown and
looking
matured.
back, yeah, you kind of was.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I've grown and matured from that. That's not my life anymore.
When I was the outflated president, you can tell me shit. Like, if it was a party, I'm like, I ain't finna wait in line. Like, you know who I am? Like, I was on a high horse looking back, but I can admit it. But that's just how I was because you're the big man on campus, and yeah, it's crazy. I remember when I was president, Rachel Brown was president. Yeah, just like looking back, it's just, and then Rachel, she married and I think she got a kid too. So yeah, it's just crazy. Buckley, he got a kid.
Yeah.
And all he do is grill now.
Love it.
Grilling with Buck. Well, Hillary.
That's my girl.
When last time you talked to Hillary?
It's been a minute. And well, this is when Snapchat was kind of big. That was like the last time I talked to her. So
yeah, I seen Hillary.
Been a couple of years.
I seen Hillary about 2 years ago at it was super random because it was my friend's birthday, like their 40th, and next time I see her in there, I'm like, Hillary, because prior to that, I ain't seen her in years.
Yeah.
And last time I talked to her, she was married. I think she had like 2 kids, and yeah. You ever seen the Fiends in Florida? What was that other girl? She was real quiet, light skinned girl with the little natural hair. I forget her name.
I can't think of her name either.
Yeah, I forget her name. But
she's married now, though.
Okay. Yeah. I was the favorite counselor, though.
Were you?
I was. The kids
Beg
love
to
me.
differ.
Kids love me.
Beg
Mr.
to
G.
differ.
Mr. G.
Some fun times.
Boy, but it's crazy, though, how, like, looking back, them folks not play about them phones. Them folks had me in the office.
I mean, it was a job, though.
I know.
It was a
and
job.
See, looking
and
back,
kids, come on.
I ain't really. Well, yeah, I worked at Dippin' Dots back at home when a real job, but like that was like a job where it was pretty serious. So like, I'm all defensive, like, man, it's not a big deal. And
it's just a phone,
right? So good times though, like good lessons. Like just looking back, I'm just glad that everything that happened, and just it shaped who I am, who we are. So it was just good times, and like I said, if none of those moments I wouldn't take away.
Wouldn't change. Well, yeah, I don't think I would change anything. I've had my fun. I've grown, evolved, learned, progressed.
Yeah, and
that's all you can do.
You still look good today.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's some folks you see, you like, ooh,
what happened?
You're like, man, you was bad. But life happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But thanks for joining. You can share your social media information for the listeners if you want to. If not, then we'll just move on.
Thanks for having me, Garrison. I truly appreciate it. It was great to catch up, and
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we got to keep working on that reunion of the youth active and media savvy group as well.
Yeah, we definitely got to celebrate our 10-year.
Yeah.
I feel like you're good at planning, so just leave that to you.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, dang. Good on the Fiend. The Fiend was hilarious.
Yeah. She still is.
She was like, Jonathan. What?
She still is.
What are you doing? She was super dramatic.
She still is.
But that's how Jamaicans are. They're passionate. What I actually remember we used to drive that what was that Ford Taurus?
Man, I had that thing on, and when I tell you, everybody used to drive that thing.
He used to whip that thing,
lesson with that thing. Now
she had the VA tags on that thing too.
Sure did.
Man, he was whipping that thing.
And I was. Everybody was in the car.
And did. All right, y'all. Till next time, we out. Peace.